Greetings. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Journey to Bliss. And as you know, I am Miss Bliss. All right, we got a couple of things here with an echo that I need to make sure is not echoing. Okay. And we have to activate another platform. Let's see. And we have to. Oh my God, all this echoing. Okay, let's see here. All right. So, as you know, tonight, looks like I got everything going. Okay. So, as you know, tonight is the continuation of this story, the finale of the Earth Angel. And after that, hopefully, I believe this will be the end of that story. Fingers crossed. So, also, I want to say that I received news of another death today, of another person. And so we now have, within the past, I'd say 3 weeks, I've received news of, let me see, so one young lady who was about 35 who passed away in her sleep. One gentleman who was a business owner, successful business owner, who passed away. He was sick. And today, another woman passed away. Received the news today. And we have two people that I received news that are in the hospital. One of the people who are in the hospital is in his 30s. The other one is in his 50s. What is going on, y'all? What's going on? Well, this is a lot within a short amount of time. This is a lot. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Mrs. Tate. Yes. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, you guys. Hey, love is light beings. How are you? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. You're rooting for the Earth Angel. Okay, rah, rah. Peace, Cynthia. Peace, Cynthia. Yeah, like, I'm telling you, y'all, I don't know what's going on. Well, I kind of do know what's going on, but I'm not gonna really speak on that right now. I think we have enough people in the I guess community who are speaking about what's going on and the energy and so forth. So, with that said, clearing out the air and the energy, I'm gonna start off with 3 prayers, and it's gonna be all 3 of them gonna be Psalms prayers. So. Your head down, and I showed you how to do the breathing exercises before, where you're breathing, pulling your belly out, putting your belly in, and you continue to breathe. Yes, welcome. Happy Sunday, Goddess London Blues. All right, so we have 3 prayers, and I'm going to start with Psalms 1. Okay. Breathe, guys, because there's way too much energy going on around here that it's a lot of just a lot of stuff. Okay, so let's go. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. I got another little echo. Okay, good. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not like so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous by the way of the ungodly, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Okay? So we got the next prayer, which is also Psalms, and that is Psalms 82. A lot of you may know about Psalms 82. I know a lot of people who read this particular one. Hey, what are these crazy? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we got the finale. All right, so we're reading prayers right now. This is the second one, Psalms 82. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Defend the poor and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for through shalt inherit all nations. Ye are gods. Y'all heard that before. Y'all know that. Y'all know what that means. Ye are gods, right? Yeah. So we have the last one, Psalms 23. And Psalms 23, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this one. So you can actually just continue to breathe, or you could say it with me. It's a very popular prayer. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me in all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord. Okay, so those are the prayers for all of the people who need praying for, all of the people who need blessings and who needs guidance, who are struggling at this moment. Know that you are safe. Your ancestors are with you. Your spirit guides are with you, and you'll be just fine. Okay, so, let's get a little bit of the advertisement in here, y'all. What we got going on with a little bit of advertisement here? All right, we got our sister here. All right, you guys, you can follow Tanisha on Instagram and check out some of her products if you're interested. And of course, I'm going to do my little tea.
When you smile, I'm enchanted. When you kiss me, I can't stand it. I'm in paradise. Your touch is just like satin. Girl, you make my whole life happen when I look into your eyes.
That's my little career show. Okay, what? We got a lot of activities going on, but let me see. Do I have anything? I think, okay. So we have a job fair tomorrow. If anyone is looking for employment, the fair is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It will be in I believe that's East New York, 807 Livonia Avenue. I believe that area is East New York, or it could be, is that Canarsie? I think it's East New York. So yeah, check it out, guys. If you are looking for employment, if you know anyone who's looking for employment, definitely recommend that and see if anything is going on. Hey, Erica. Peace. I asked on WhatsApp, what should we do tomorrow? Stay inside or go about tomorrow normal? All right, hold on, hold on. Thank you for the prayers. You're welcome so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. I Miss Bliss, you are sweet and delicious and nourishing as your tea. Yes, I am. Of course, I am. I put all my energy in the tea. Okay, I want to go back to what Erica said. And by the way, I'm drinking my root tonic. If y'all want to know what I'm drinking tonight, and I also have my sea moss. My sea moss has a number of things inside of it. Besides sea moss, I have maca, ashwagandha, MSM, amla. So it's a number of things that's inside of my sea moss. I sweetened it today with dates and a little bit of maple syrup. So because I like it a little sweet. Okay. All right. So Erica, there are a lot of people that are saying, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. So some people are going out in the middle of what's going on with the solarplex. I mean, solarplex within my solar. I would say do what is within your spirit. Everything ain't for everybody. So for example, for tonight, the solar eclipse, I know some people who are going out to, I guess, what you would call like a rave, a celebration, a party with lots and lots and lots of people. And they will be taking psychedelics. Now, with that said, they are at the level where they can handle certain things that'll be going on within these energies, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't recommend that for everyone. For one, I wouldn't recommend anyone take psychedelics. Two, I wouldn't recommend anyone go in that environment. If you are not used to this type of energy that's coming through, and family, this is a very, very, very powerful energy, I wouldn't recommend that. If you are a person who's just getting into this and trying to figure out where you fit in, what's going on, what you should do, I would recommend you do a simple meditation, prayers, and maybe you can fast also. If you've been meditating for a while and praying and fasting, then you're still going to feel it. That's how powerful what's coming through. Okay. So it's levels to this. It depends on where you are at on your journey. So it's kind of difficult to say one person should do this and one person should do that. It depends on you and what you're open to. The ancestors are going to be coming through, y'all. The ancestors are going to be coming through. Angels are going to be coming through. Like all types of stuff is going to be happening. You know? So Erica, I have your number. I will send you a recommendation because I know where you're at on your journey. So I know what level you're at. So I can definitely I'll send you a message and I'll let you know. I'll recommend some things for you this evening that'll keep you a good energy and keep you protected. I also want to say that tonight there will be people doing stuff that they probably should not be doing. And these people, they probably don't know. Maybe they don't have one-on-one guidance or one-on-one consultations or anything like that. And so they may be listening to random YouTubers, or maybe they're just doing research online and they just figure they can do whatever they want tonight. Let me tell you, y'all, tonight ain't the night to be fucking around and doing the wrong things, because a lot of people are going to do something, and this ain't the night, y'all. This is not the night. If you do not know what you're doing, you do not have the proper information, I can't even explain. And even some people who portray themselves as these spiritual practitioners who is the end all, be all, know it all. Some of them ain't even going to get through it. Okay? Because one of the people who I found out passed away today is a spiritual practitioner. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, a lot of these practitioners out here collecting this money, saying they can do this and they can make this happen. No. I recommend you stay within your own energy and you do what is comfortable with you. You don't need to follow everyone else. You don't need to listen to everyone else. All you have to do is go within. That's all you have to do, is go within. And so I want to talk about the earthquake that was in New Jersey. So, as many of you may or may not know, New Jersey recently had an earthquake. The earthquake was felt from many, many, many miles in both directions. This is the third largest earthquake in 50 years. It actually felt more like an explosion, which is very interesting. So, just so you know, New Jersey has a major fault line that was close to this earthquake. This particular fault line is called Ramapo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's Ramapo, Ramapo. This is a major fault line. It's located in New Jersey. Manhattan has a lot of major fault lines, guys. So when an earthquake hits a major fault line, it extends distances. For this particular earthquake that was in New Jersey, it supposedly extended from New York all the way to Washington, D.C., all the way to New England. I ain't ever heard of no earthquake expanding that far. Shout out to the family in California, who is, I believe that's the state that has most of the earthquakes usually. Do you have an earthquake and it extends to Las Vegas? Have you ever heard of that before? Do you have earthquakes in California and it travels 2 and 3 and 4 states? Is that normal? So the earthquake, you hear, it was 4.7, it was 4.8, and it was felt around all these surrounding areas. It's just interesting, isn't it? Do earthquakes expand that far? In America, at least? Maybe in other countries it might be different, but what's going on in America? I don't know, y'all. But I know one thing, we're going to find out. We're going to find out soon enough. So what else is in the news? Let's get some good news. Y'all, how many of y'all been to Baltimore before? Baltimore is selling homes for $1. $1. You got 4 quarters? Huh? You got 10 dimes? You got 100 pennies? $1. Now, of course, there's other things in the mix of this as usual. You got to live in that home for 5 years. Okay, so you might have to make some adjustments in your life, right? The other thing is you have to have money in the bank. You have to have approximately between 80 and $100,000 in the bank. Now, don't let that disturb your thoughts about acquiring a home because there are ways you can get that money. There's so many different ways that they don't teach us. They don't teach us how to get access to funds and money. It's so many options. So don't let that deter you. Okay? Don't even let it deter you. Quazo beware. Quazo beware. What's up, Quazo? Okay. So the other news is Donald Trump. I don't know if you guys are a Donald Trump fan or a Biden fan. It doesn't matter to me. Ain't neither one of them going to save us as far as I'm concerned, but y'all can think what you want. Anyway, Donald Trump was down in Georgia. He went to turn himself in, and he went to surrender. So they handcuffed him, and he was in the prison. Peace. And he surrendered. And the charges are that he tried to scheme and overturn the 2020 election. And they booked him on RICO charges. So he was in and out. He didn't stay in prison for days and weeks. He just went in, whatever, and then he got out, and that's that. However, he still has to return to court to see what's going to happen, what the results are going to be. So they keeping Donald Trump busy, y'all. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't have a dog in this fight. Now, voter registration. So various states are receiving an uptick in voter registration. Thousands of people are suddenly registering to vote. New York City gave state IDs to a lot of the immigrants, and they now have voting rights. So who do you think is registering to vote? Huh? Or you think these immigrants are registering to vote? Who do you think they're going to vote for? Are we headed towards some type of chaos and mayhem, y'all, when it comes to this election this year? I don't know. I know one thing. I was doing the research, and it said approximately 12 million immigrants came across the border. However, Yale University did further inquiries, and it found out that a lot of them that were coming across the border were not accounted for. The 12 million that I got were the ones who were accounted for. However, there's a large number that was not accounted for. So Yale University said it's more like 20 million immigrants that have already come across that border. Do you think that's enough to change an election? Do you think that's enough to change the outcome? Do you think that's enough to do anything or start anything, any type of chaos or mayhem in America? I don't know. Who's screening all these people coming across the border? Anybody checking IDs? Are they coming with IDs? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, I say, y'all, let the games begin. Do you guys ever watch, what is it called? Where Tina Turner was in Mad Max, and then she was at the Thunderdome, and she's sitting there with these big, like, horn things or whatever on her braids, and everybody's wearing, like, these messy clothing, looks like rags and leather, and I think Mad Max was the guy in there, and she's like, screaming, and everybody's just like, like, I'm telling y'all, let the games begin, because we don't know who's coming across that border. But eventually they'll activate, and then we're gonna see what we're working with then. But let's just be patient. All right, back to the story. So as many of you know, the story that I have been telling for the past couple of days is a story about an earth angel a fallen angel and just a guy who's sort of manipulating everything in this story. So we're going to continue this story from where I left off, more or less. So the earth angel is also communicating with angels. She went someplace out of the country where they were able to show her how to activate certain abilities. And so that's what she's been doing. The fallen angel is just that. She's fallen. Mm-hmm. And the guy is a player, a fake player, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. Traumatized nonetheless, like most people out here in society. Now, this earth angel, they have no idea. This earth angel is a high-ranking spiritual person, a very powerful woman, a force to be reckoned with. She is a storm. She is karma. She is the magic that they created. So what has this fake player done? Who is he dragging down with him? You see, what's happening right now, what's happening to the earth angel is not actually happening to her, it's happening for her. At times we like to believe, why me? Why is this happening to me? In some instances, it's happening for you to transform, for you to change. And so when you look at it that way, you have an insight as to what is actually going on. So this caused her, the earth angel, this caused her spiritual gifts to activate faster, with precision and perfection. You have to be very powerful to have a group of people come for you. And still be surviving and still be standing strong and powerful. You have to be a person who's willing to change and adjust and flow. So looking at the falling angel, she's basically what one would call a succubus. And many of you probably know what a succubus is. Succubus is sort of like a demon. She's smart. She's deadly. But she's a demon. Don't ever underestimate her. She's a powerful seductress who believes that men are toys. She can play with them. Of course, she comes across as fun. However, you better not cross her. You better not make her upset. Don't disappoint her or tell her no. She's sex crazed, and she will always get her way. And she, at this moment, just happens to be obsessed with the player. She's not letting him go under no circumstances. Her mentality is sort of, if I can't have him, no one will. So she has a hunger for this player's life force. She's even considered getting pregnant by him, trying to do witchcraft to steal pregnancies. Now, why would someone desire to steal energy and essence of another person in order to have a baby? Why not simply go to the doctor? Most people today go to the doctor, don't they? Or do they not do that anymore? Do we not rely on the doctors for anything when it comes to getting pregnant? I wanted to remind you guys that this is an actual story. This is actually going on here in America. Some of these people are in your community. Some of them, you see them every so often. Some of them, you talk to them on the phone. But they're right in your community. Well, in any event, let's continue. So this fallen angel who collects the men's essence in the jars, multiple men collecting their essence as she has sexual encounters with them. She's collecting and collecting and collecting. She's now doing spell work also. But remember, she's not really the type of person who does a lot of spell work. She mostly just collects the essence, which is a form of witchcraft, by the way. So now she's dibbling and dabbling in magic. She's doing spell work on the player to block him from the earth angel. She's doing magic on the earth angel to try to steal her creativity and a baby. Like, that is the goal. Those are the goals that she has. Side note, he's a player. He's got multiple women, multiple people in his life, right? So when you have a man who is a player, he has no desire to really settle down. He's having a ball. He's having fun. He's out here just doing him. He for the streets. That's what he do. I ain't saying nothing about it. It ain't none of my business, really. However, this fallen angel has latched on to him. She's latching on to him spiritually. She's latching on to him emotionally. She's even latched on to his energy. Binding spells on him. The same binding spells he was doing on the earth angel, she's doing on him. The same blocking spells that he was doing on the earth angel, she's doing it on him. How interesting. What goes around comes around, huh? So the deal is, this player is not all what he's cracked up to be, you see. He's in trouble. He's got problems. He's got issues. He's got things going on that the outer world cannot really see. How does the saying go? What a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. I actually just got off a conference call and the guy said that. He said, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. So this player has problems. He's struggling financially. Now he has car problems. He's doing bad business deals. Money being misappropriated. He's arguing with people. Problems with his children. Problems with his other baby mama. But hey, when you got multiple baby mamas, do you expect any type of peace of mind with all those different energies? Of course not. He even has a court case. Yeah, he's in court now. So he's got all of this going on. You would figure, how would anyone have time and energy to mess with anyone when you got all of this drama going on in your life right now? I wouldn't. I'll be focusing on me and my family. I wouldn't even be focusing on anyone else. So what a messy, messy, messy situation. What a messy Kundalini. But you see, it all makes sense because if you go back to the other story, this player was gathering people to do spell work, and the type of people he had within his energy, it's all coming together now. He did spell work and magic with all of these broken, depressed, negative energy people. Of course, he has issues. You see, a lot of times when we are at medicine ceremonies, the shamans don't allow us to touch each other. The reason at some medicine ceremonies we're not allowed to touch each other is because something can transfer from one person to the next. And it depends on which medicine you're taking. So if you're doing spell work, you're doing rituals, and maybe one or two people's on the medicine, maybe they're not. What happens is that things are being transferred. And so if you are not aware at these ceremonies what someone else is carrying, sort of like, I guess you could say, their baggage, if you are not aware that could be transferred to you, or maybe you yourself are transferring someone to something else to someone, then exactly what are you doing? What are you participating in? What are you inviting into your spirit? What are you inviting into the space? But you see this player, he out here, he for the streets, right? So he's got multiple partners, multiple people. A lot of them want him, but this is what he likes because this feeds his ego. He wants to feel that people need him, that people want him, that they have a hunger or a desire for him. This is part of his narcissistic ways. So he goes from place to place to place, and he even invites some of these people to his house. He's sleeping around doing what he do. So what does he open himself up to? The opportunity where they can collect his hair. Some of them can collect his semen. And don't be fooled by that semen retention, because you ever heard of those little trickles that spill out? You ever heard of the small liquid that comes out when you're not releasing? Yeah, that's part of the fluids from your body. They have access to his clothes. He might leave clothes over there, or they might go to his place and they could just get one item. They don't need much. Man, shoot. These are the type of people that would collect his dead skin cell particles when he leaves from their bed. Can you imagine collecting someone's dead skin particles so you can do spell work on them? I tell you, it's a lot of mischief out here. A lot of mischief. And a lot of times he wouldn't even notice some of these things that are missing. Because when you have so much things going on and so much stuff at your house, you may not even notice, some of that hair was clipped that night. You gonna miss that? No, not at all. Not necessarily. So we have to be careful, because when you open yourself up to all of these crazy energies, anything can happen. Anything. So nothing this player did works. Cynthia. Obsession. Exactly. Look at my piece falling down, y'all. Obsession. So they are obsessed with him, and he's obsessed with the earth angel, right? So is this obsession part of what he brought in himself? Or is this something that these people already were entertaining? Were they already obsessive beings? So what's going on here? I don't know. Obsession is unhealthy on multiple levels. Hey, Purdue, what's up, Purdue? You see me trying to sit up here and wrap my head. All right, y'all. Forget this. I'm gonna just have to make this thing a new wrap. How you doing, Purdue? Shout out to Purdue, guys. He's been on the channel a couple of times. He's shared information with me. He's very knowledgeable. He's one of the Tantra brothers that I practice with, a Tantra practitioner. Thank you, Purdue. Thank you, Purdue. So we're going to go back to the story now. So now he's obsessed and they're obsessed with him, right? But you remember, is this sort of like a person who's like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And you're doing all this spell work, sort of, so to speak. And you're calling in all of these energies, right? You want all of this attention. You want all of this love. Exactly what are you calling in? What are you attaching yourself to? That's why I say be careful who you entertain. Be careful who you're around. Be careful who you put your children around. Because you never know. You never know. So now he's exposed himself to all of these different energies, and he's running around. He's not sure why all of these bad things are happening to him. He's not connecting the dots. Let's trust to believe he's going through hell right now. And he's trying to figure out what's going on. What Now he's got to backtrack. How is he going to backtrack when he's been doing this for almost a year? He's been doing this for months. And every time he does a ceremony, people are in a different energy. The energy I'm in right now, I may not be in tomorrow. So our energy is always changing. Our frequency is always changing until we get to the point where we can maintain a certain frequency. And that's what we're learning right now in some of the classes. I'm in class with Pernue, by the way. So we're learning to maintain a certain frequency, like a high level magnetism frequency that's good and healthy for us. I'm not a master of the frequency right now. I'd like to say that I am, but I'm going to be honest with you. But we'll see where I land soon enough if I keep my practices up. Okay. So now back to this player who's doing all of this magic and this spell work. He doesn't have any powers. His life is messy, twisted upside down. You know, he can't sleep. He's stressed. He's worried about finances. He thought about offering an apology to the Earth Angel. And even offering her a committed relationship. Now, why would you offer an apology if you already said that you weren't doing spell work on anybody? What are you apologizing for? You plan on coming clean? Because she already knows. Because you've already said that you're not doing anything. So you must plan on coming clean. Or do you plan on continuing to lie? Which is it? And why should she even entertain someone who would do such a thing to her? Would you date someone who just finished doing all that type of spell work on you, gathering all these people against you? Would you even entertain that? You know what's so funny? There's one thing this player could have done, and everything would have been fine between him and the Earth Angel. There's just one simple, very, very easy thing that he could have done. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is. I know y'all know what it is. I know y'all know. You don't have to go through all of this stuff, all of this craziness, all of this. You don't have to do all of that. It's just one thing that you have to do to get the woman that you want. But when you operate in that mindset, the first thing comes to your mind is, I need to control the situation and I need to do whatever I have to do, no matter who I'm going to hurt. I'm going to manipulate people. I'm going to lie. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to steal. And if I can't have her, no one else will. Meanwhile, the same people are doing that to him. Yeah, he may have a lot of issues. To suddenly want to give up his freedom. One woman every day, every night. I don't think he can handle it, y'all. Nope. Nada. Nunca. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. Those are the two angels that she's working with, the Earth Angel. They advise that he will never find real love. He's never going to be able to find real love. He will maintain like this in this energy forever. Forever. So right now he's unhappy. He's depressed. He's miserable. He's even crying alone at home. Because you see, someone like him with the big ego who's narcissist would never let anyone see him crying. No. He might whine and complain, but he ain't trying to cry in front of anyone. He's tried to call the Earth Angel from random numbers, but it doesn't work. So as a last resort, what does he do? Oh, yeah, he's pulling stuff out of a hat, right? He's like a magician. So he's got another little trick up his sleeve. He goes to this elderly woman in the community. This elderly woman actually serves the community. She's pretty popular. Well, in any event, most of this elderly woman's clients are young people who can't afford to pay. Hmm? She claims that she likes the young people. She wants to assist them. She wants to help them, and they're struggling financially and they don't have the money to pay her. Nonetheless, so she charges a huge, huge discount on her services, or she doesn't charge anything at all. Thus, she's not abundant in finances, right? So the player lives in the city, and this elderly lives sort of on the outskirts of the city. And so, sort of like a child, he runs to this elderly woman. And he complains and he whines and he's like, oh, she won't talk to me. I can't get through to her. She won't listen to me. My heart is broken. I love her. I think that I love her. I think I'm in love with her. Interesting. So this elderly woman, she says, poor baby. Oh, look at how much pain you're in. Look at you. You don't even look like you're eating properly. Why isn't this earth angel responding to you? Why isn't she talking to you? What's wrong with her? I will help you. Don't cry. Dry your eyes, she says. I will help you do magic on her too. Here we go again. Another person that he's convinced and manipulated to believe his story. So the older woman says, I think I know her anyway. I can give her a call for you. I can talk to her. She was not successful in that either. The elderly woman wasn't successful in any of her tasks. Because you see, when you have angels working with you and watching over you, they see everything before it gets to you. And then you see through your eyes. Your eyes. So now I want you to pay attention to one little thing. This elderly woman who does work in the community, she considers herself a healer. Why was she so easy to manipulate? Why was it so easy for him to go to her and to complain and to whine and to sell a one-sided story to someone who's experienced, right? Who's a healer, who's working with so many different people and so many different angels, Why was it so easy for him to do that? You would think an elder would know better. This is why I say y'all be careful out there. Because a lot of these people, you be better off trusting a 10-year-old in some instances than trusting some of these elders who you look up to. So why didn't this elder vet this situation? Why didn't she look further into it to see what was going on? Because you see, it's always his side, her side, and spirit side. This is an elder who's well-versed in what? Black history, herbal healing, metaphysics, magic. And she lacked the intellect and the wisdom to look further into the situation prior to jumping on his side. Why would she immediately believe what he says? Why would she agree to do any of these things? These are the people in the community. Oh yeah. These are the wonderful, wonderful people in the community who portray themselves with certain personalities of I'm this and I'm that. And they're wearing this mask. Come to me, I'll help you. Let me feel your energy. Come to me, I'll teach you and guide you. Bring your children. Let me scan their energy. Is that an opportunity for them to steal anything from you or your children? Do you know that? Well, be careful who you idolize. Be careful who you put out there. All that glitter ain't gold. I repeat, all that glitter ain't gold. Nonetheless, again, the magic didn't work. It didn't work. Not successful. So he participates now in orgies, group sexual orgies where they perform magic. I mean, at what point does this cease? And does he realize what he's doing to himself and what he's doing to his children? Because you see, this is going to affect his children also. It's going to affect anyone that he's bringing into these ceremonies. So at what point does he stop and think? Because there's only one thing that he had to do from way back when he was messing with the earth angel. There's only one thing that he had to do. All of this, week after week, after month of all of this, these peoples, these energies, these things, these rituals, these spells, all he had to do was one thing. But you see, when you are functioning with that mindset and that mentality, shout out, Nisha. Yes, definitely. Exactly. Indeed, So I'm on multiple platforms, guys. So people speak on the other platforms. Now, he did the group sex magic. That didn't work either. He tried binding himself to her. That didn't work either. He tried reconciliation magic. That didn't work either. Meanwhile, people are doing magic on him, and he's so busy paying attention to everything else that he doesn't even go within himself to know who's doing what to him, to damage him on multiple levels. Because at some point you have to stop and sit and say, okay, what's going on? What's going on with me? Why am I going through all of this all of a sudden when I'm only focusing on this one person here? Careful. Because you see, in his mind, he believes that he has all of these options. He has option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, all of these options. And in all honesty, you can put all these options together in one woman and it still wouldn't equal the earth angel. So he will die alone and never have or never experience real, genuine love. Not in this lifetime. Not in this lifetime. You see, his heart is broken in many different places. And his heartbreak started when he was a child. His heartbreak started with his mother, and it continued with his father, of which neither one of them were in his life enough to produce anything and to influence his adulthood. So his heart is broken in many places. He doesn't realize it probably. Most people don't realize when their heart is broken. So he will die alone and never have real love, not in his lifetime. His children will eventually turn against him. He won't ever have real friends. the one real friend that he had, told him, do not do spell work on this earth angel. He was warned. Sometimes spirit comes through people in the form of another person who can advise you of something. So his friend said, do not do spell work on this earth angel. But you see, his ego wouldn't stop. So he still did it. He still went ahead and did it. Many of his friends tease him to antagonize him by saying things like, the earth angel's looking good, y'all. I saw the earth angel and she looked beautiful. Just to tease him and to get on his nerves and to play with his mind. Some of his friends actually like the earth angel. One of them actually has a little bit of a crush on her. And let me tell you, this guy cringes at the thought. He feels sick whenever his friends tease him about her. Ooh, she looking sexy today in her little outfit. I think I'll ask her out. I think I'll reach out to her. Yeah, she might enjoy a guy like me. His player acts like these things don't bother him. They don't faze him. He's like, whatever. Go ahead. Shoot your shot. But these men know. Men always know. These men know, and they continue to tease him and to sort of like, I guess you could say, I don't know if it's like harassment, because men, they play like that. So I'd say sort of antagonize him. They know that he desires her. He wants her back. They can read his energy because they've known him for a while. They've known him for a while. They think that it's actually funny because he fumbled the bag. The joke's on him. He's the fool. They're laughing. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the earth angel is still watching everything. She's pretty much bored with watching this because it's repeat, 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 again. It's the same thing over and over again with no success. So that's actually the definition of insanity. When you have someone that's doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's actually the definition of insanity when you don't get any results. So if you keep doing it, you don't get results. You do it again, you don't get results. You do it again, and you don't get results. And yet you continue to do this for not just weeks, but you're doing this for months. And it hasn't clicked in your head that it's unsuccessful. There's really only one thing that you had to do. Those men who are used to dating one woman, be honest and truthful and go straight for her. Oh my God, Nisha Naturalista. There you go. Family, shout out to Nisha Naturalista. She gave the answer. All he had to do was be honest and truthful and go straight to her. There you go. That's all he had to do from the jump. That's all he had to do. Why do people make things so complicated? Because look, let's be clear. I've seen women do what he's doing. So I'm not just saying this is just a man thing. I've seen women do this. But you hit it right on point, Nisha Naturalista. Be honest and truthful and go straight for her. Whatever happened to operating with integrity and honesty? Whatever happened to ethics and having the same morals and values? How do we have these people in these Black communities who are so knowledgeable about Egypt and, how great we were, and we're in the Bible, and we're magical and we're gods, and you can't even operate with honesty and integrity? Something's amiss there. And so it's something that our people is not getting, because you have to look at the fact that if we were so successful back then, why do we lack that success now? And we have all, let me tell you, I could sit down with some brothers and sisters, they can regurgitate and repeat all of this information. And then they turn around and be like, oh, I'm getting evicted, I don't have my rent money. Oh, I can't find a man. Oh, I'm constantly arguing with all of my friends and in my job. But wait, you are God, right? You know everything about all your history. What something's amiss here. And no one's paying attention. So, back to the story. Yes, back to the story. Yes, much love is bliss. I'm loving it. So proud of you. Keep up the excellent work. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you. You loving this story? This is a true story, Nisha, by the way. I don't know what's wrong with our people. I just don't know. So back to the story. This earth angel, because her psychic abilities and because she's working with the angels, she knew that he set up the fallen angel. To some extent, maybe he did it on purpose. Maybe he didn't do it on purpose. Sometimes we do things and we have intentions to accomplish something, but at the same time, we could be hurting someone else. And at that time, we may not realize we're hurting someone else. And then sometimes we just on our bullshit and we purposely bring people and drag them into the game of manipulation. So it's hit or miss with this situation. Nonetheless, this earth angel knew that he was setting up the fallen angel. Now she's trapped. Remember that portal that was opened up at that ritual? Remember someone got sucked into that portal, because when you're doing these, you could be into the psychedelics. Let me tell you guys, I have been to ceremonies where the shaman was opening up portals. How do you know when a portal is being opened? Do you know what to look for? Do you recognize it when it's being activated? Do you step back from it? Do you observe to see how wide it's opening? Do you look to see if anything or something is coming through? So they accidentally opened up that portal, y'all. Now this earth angel is trapped. She's pulling him down with her. How did he trap the earth angel? Because you got to think, like, how is this guy walking around manipulating all of these women? If you notice, most of the time, who's he manipulating? Women. That's what players master at. They master at the ability of manipulating and lying to women. They can do it with some men, but not all men. Some men will be like, man, get out of here with that bull. You can't pull that crap on me. So this man surrounds himself with women all the time. He gossips with women, always talking to women, like everything is women. Feminine, very feminine energy, right? So how did he get her? He was telling her that, oh, darling, you're better than the earth angel. He kept comparing the fallen angel to the earth angel. Now, mind you, the earth angel don't know what's going on. She about her business. She ain't paying no mind. But he's constantly in the ear of this fallen angel. Oh, your love is better than hers. Your business is better than hers. Your money is better than hers. You even look better than her. Just everything about you is so much better than the earth angel. And so after constantly hypnotizing her this way, because this is a form of hypnotism, to constantly say this over and over. It's a form of ritualism, hypnotism, and she's falling into it, falling into it. He's love bombing her. Oh, darling, I love the way you shake it. Yeah, it's good. You look good. You're better than her. She ain't got nothing on you. And so what he's doing is he's creating this situation where there's a fake competition, because he loves to see women fight over him. He loves to see women compete over him because it feeds his ego. It's part of his narcissism. But what happened is that the earth angel ain't paying them no mind. And so there's a false competition being created here that's building up via her mental. Her psychological status is off anyway. And so she bought into the lies, when all along, all he wanted to do was get to the earth angel. His goal from the beginning was to just get to the earth angel. He knew that the falling angel was naive. He knew that she struggled with alcohol. He knew that she wasn't all there, that she wasn't completely stable. She wasn't completely stable mentally, emotionally, and that she had severe trauma, and he played on her weakness. Nonetheless, she's an adult. Remember now, these are adults I'm talking about. These ain't no 18 and 19-year-olds. So she played into this. And so he's stalking the earth angel, and now she's stalking the earth angel. And the two of them are stalkers. So I want to say one thing. When a person is trying to convince you and compare you to another person, the unhealthy ways that this is done. Oh, I'm better than this person. I'm better than that person. I can do it better. I'm more confident. Confidence is not walking in the room and thinking you are better than anyone else. That's not confidence. It's walking in the room and not having to compare yourself to anyone in the room, because you realize you have something that is unique. You realize what you bring into the table. And at the same time, you recognize everyone else in the room has value. And so there's no comparing, because when you compare yourself, you kill your own joy. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's better off you recognize, I got this, and here's what I'm rocking with. And give everybody else their props in the room. And so then you walk into the room and you're confident, because you know your worth, you know your value. You don't need to be compared to anyone for anything, on any instance, for any way or any form or any how. Now, playing on her naivety, playing on her inability to really know how to think about what's actually going on, using her, taking advantage of her until he got what he wanted to get. And he never got what he wanted to get, y'all. He was never successful in acquiring anything that he wanted. So Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron said, this is the final call. Just watch them. Clutching each other, blocking each other like crabs in a barrel, pulling each other down. One tries to get up, the other one comes, pull it down. The other one tries to get up, the other one comes and pull them down. Exactly. Exactly, Pranu. Your comparing will kill your joy. So the comparing started, though, when he was comparing. And it's funny because she didn't catch it. She didn't catch it. And he's comparing and comparing. Oh, you look better. Oh, you do this better. Oh, you speak better. Oh, you're more talented. Oh, you're this. Constantly comparing. If anyone, man or woman, is comparing you to another person, don't let them kill your joy that way. You are yourself. You are your own individual. You are your own person. You have your own creativity. You have your own intellect, your own thought process, your own mindset. You are you, your own energy. Comparing yourself to someone else will gradually kill your joy. And that's not what we want. That's not the goal here. The goal here is to stay blissful and to stay happy. Yes, yes, yes. And orgasmic, right? And to stay in positive energy. Stay in your own energy. That is the goal. That's the goal. So neither one of these people, this fallen angel and this guy, neither one of them will ever escape the rat hole. They will never escape. Down they'll go together, twirling down, entwined in a little web with a couple of stings here and there from her, but they'll continue to twine down, and they will never be successful on this journey, on this endeavor, because it is too much chaos, too much manipulation, too much lying, too much cheating, too much arguing, too much fighting. Too many people around them is entertaining these types of energies also. So you have instigators, investigators, congregators, like all entwined in all of this mayhem and chaos and this energy. At this time, right now, they will forever be in each other's presence, and they will forever be blocking each other. And they will never get out of that. And that is what is advised from Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael. Exactly, Pranu. Everyone has their own destiny. Everyone has their purpose, right? So part of your responsibility when you come here is to find out, what is your purpose? What are you here for? What are you supposed to be doing? Who is it you should be connecting with, right? How do you get on the path? How do you receive guidance? It's a lot of teachers out here that are teaching things, that are sharing things, that's dropping the knowledge and the information. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be that you have this great, grand purpose or grand destiny. Not everybody's going to be, who could I name that's famous? I don't know, Pete Diddy. I don't know if anybody wants to be with him. You like him. Maybe Jay-Z. Not everybody's going to be Jay-Z, or Denzel Washington, President Barack Obama. You could be the local community guy or gal who's there servicing the community by providing assistance with who knows what healing, health, prayer, who knows? Maybe you're supposed to be teaching the children. There's a tremendous amount of respect that I have for people who are teaching children. You have no idea where a lot of these children are headed. And so anyone who could sit with some of these children whose parents are not giving them the time or the energy, whose parents are not guiding them, anyone who could sit with these children and show these children a way, I have a tremendous amount of respect for them. Tremendous. Because it's not easy to have a child come from a home where the home is dysfunctional and the child is not eating right. The child may not be in the right presence of the right adults. They're not being guided. And then they come to you with all this stuff on their mind, their little minds, with their little distractions, when all they should be concerned about is having fun and playing. And then you could sit there with that child and say, okay, here's where we're going to start. Here's what I'm going to show you. Here's what I want to teach you. Teaching a child yoga, teaching a child breath exercises, teaching a child meditation, teaching a child how to read or write, teaching a child about their history. You never know what your purpose is. You never know. Maybe you're here to teach someone magic. I mean, magic that's going to be used in the right way. Not that other type of magic. We never know, but we have to figure it out. It's our responsibility. to figure out what we're here for. Right? So, guys, that is the end of the story. The end. And those two will end up twirling down into the rabbit hole together forever and forever and forever. And maybe that's his karma. Maybe having her is his karma. I don't know. I know one thing. They're never going to get rid of each other. They'll be forever in each other's presence. And that's the story. So, I have another story that's coming up. And it is about these shaman brothers. And they serve the medicine. And they've been having some interesting experiences while serving the medicine. And I want to share that story. I did ask, of course, if they would be interested in allowing me to share the story. And so I'm going to be doing that show soon as I get all of the information, because it's an amazing, amazing, amazing story. Peace and love. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome, Nisha. You're welcome. So I will be sharing the shaman stories. It's shaman brothers. There's two of them. And I will be sharing the story about what they're experiencing and what's going on. And it's all good. It's actually funny. Yeah, it's a sexy story. So I think you guys will enjoy it. And so, yeah. So you guys do whatever you're going to do in this solar eclipse that you feel within your mind, body, spirit, and soul. Be careful out there. And never try to do anything that's above and beyond what you feel is something that doesn't resonate with you. You know, like if anyone is telling you to do something like, hey, let's go take psychedelics and do a ceremony, and you know you've never taken psychedelics before, I wouldn't recommend you do that. Not tonight. No. So if you want to just keep everything very simple, tonight would be a good night to just do some prayers and a nice meditation and just keep it very simple and very calm, because the energies are going to be high as hell. Okay? So maintaining your own energy, protect your family, and protect your children. And have a beautiful night, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for coming with me tonight. Peace and blessings.